Wolverine is arguably one of the most popular X-Men on the roster, and his powers seem, for the most part, pretty modest. He can't shoot energy or manipulate metal or read minds, but when we take a closer look, you'll see why Wolverine is not a force to be trifled with. Wolverine is classified as a mutant, and as such, his powers genetically manifested at puberty. Through the mutant gene, Wolverine has the power to produce 3 sharp claw protrusions from his knuckles. When the character first appeared in 1974 in Incredible Hulk number 181, and until Wolverine number 75 in 1993, it was believed these claws were solid metal. The truth is, his claws are extremely dense bone. Interestingly enough, when he first appeared, writer Len Wein intended Wolverine's claws to be attached to his gloves and could later be removed. Author Chris Claremont later revealed they were a natural part of his body. After being imprisoned by an arm of the Canadian Defense Ministry known as Weapon X, an indestructible metal alloy known as adamantium was injected and fused to his bones, making his body nearly indestructible and creating his signature adamantium claws. The procedure would have killed him, if not for another mutant ability he possesses. In addition to claws, Wolverine has more animal-like powers that aid him in his adventures. He possesses heightened senses, particularly of hearing, sight, and smell, all of which make him an excellent tracker and hunter. His sense of smell in particular has helped him identify imposters on more than a few occasions, which is of great use to the X-Men. Arguably the most useful and powerful of Wolverine's abilities is his accelerated healing factor, which heals any wound and regenerates lost or damaged tissue. His healing factor also provides a stronger defense against diseases, drugs, poisons, and other invasive chemicals. This healing factor also extends his lifespan and slows his aging process significantly. While Wolverine appears to have the physique of a man in his late 20s, he was actually born in 1888. His healing factor has changed over the years, from healing minor injuries to healing from atomic explosions. Other weaknesses to his healing factor include decapitation and a substance known as carbonadium. This healing factor had been reduced to the point of non-existence thanks largely to 2 major story arcs. The first of which, known as Drowning Logan, suggested a microverse virus had reduced Wolverine to a more reasonable healing factor, though still susceptible to disease, aging, and death. Shortly following the story arc, Wolverine went to Purgatory, yes, that Purgatory, and dealt with the Angel of Death, where it was established the next time Wolverine suffered injuries that would kill a person, he would in fact die. For real. Thanks to his affiliation with the X-Men, psychics Professor Charles Xavier and Emma Frost have taught Wolverine to focus his healing factor, in conjunction with psychic shields that they provide for all members of the X-Men, in order to develop a natural defense against psychic attacks. The simple fact that Wolverine is kind of old might also be considered a power, as he's used his remarkable lifespan to learn several languages, to develop defensive and meditative skills from martial arts experts, gurus, and expert soldiers. One final power that Wolverine possesses is his Berserker Rage, a form of attack in which Wolverine embraces his more feral attributes and attacks without thought or skill, allowing only his instinct to dictate his attacks. It is a terrifying strategy that, while useful against psychic foes, can cause unintended collateral damage. In the aftermath of the 2015 Death of Wolverine story arc, Wolverine is, well, kinda dead. During one last adventure, Wolverine discovered the original founder of Weapon X, Dr. Abraham Cornelius, was resuming his work experimenting on mutants with adamantium. Enraged, Wolverine destroyed the adamantium container before it could join with any of the surviving victims. As a consequence, Wolverine was covered in the liquid metal and suffocated. The currently running all-new, all-different Wolverine stars none other than Laura Kinney, known previously as X-23, the female clone of Wolverine. She may have many of the same powers as the original Wolverine, including adamantium claws, though she only possesses 2 blades on each hand, but also contains a single blade on each foot. In addition to these powers, she was also twice host to the Enigma Force, which is a sentient energy field that seeks out and bonds with an agent or agents throughout the universe. So that's the only Wolverine you got until Deadpool clones the original Wolverine again using blood that he and Steve Rogers stole from a secret villain facility. Hey, which would you rather have, Wolverine's claws or his heightened senses? Let us know in the comments section down below. Thanks so much for watching. I think I'd go with senses. I'd probably chop my own arm off.